Hello and welcome to SRL Round 2. We are here at the Shanghai International Circuit. I'm joined along today with Cho UK Master. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, you almost got the name right. It's more Chukemaster 22, but we'll go
Right,
with the
okay.
flow.
Sorry, we'll go with the flow.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to be here. Looking forward to a very exciting race today around the Shanghai International Circuit. After last week's antics, this should be quite a good one, Ringrose.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, you look at the pace of some of the drivers. There's definitely a lot of fights between a lot of drivers. You look at lots of drivers of a similar pace. Joe, Langman near the front. And then you have the midfield, which I find is very interesting because I never really know quite what's going to happen.
Yeah, definitely. You always, and especially if we have a rain hit race, which China can be at times. I'm not sure. Unfortunately, we can't look at the weather here. I don't think on the spectator cam, but that midfield battle should be interesting today. And like you said, the front battle should be very exciting. A lot more runoff around China, which is very helpful, right? Rather than in Australia, where it's quite a tight and twisty circuit. So yeah, it should be good. We get the drivers come out now, and it's nice and dry for once in China. So they should be setting some quick laps, Ringrose.
Indeed, but I wouldn't rule out the chance of rain. Seen it a lot in the past. You look at the esports races and stuff with rain. There's certainly a few clouds around the circuit at the moment, but we don't know anything just yet.
Yeah, the new feature on the game is fantastic. I have to say, it's much better than the 1.7 patch. If you guys watched the esports event, which was on was it Monday? No, Tuesday, wasn't it? It was Tuesday, they had it there, and it's a great feature they've got. You can flick to drives really quickly, and there's no delay at all, which is great. But you got JP out on a lap, and also started their lap. So I'm not sure what the best lap is around here. There's a Mercedes going sideways around turn 2, so that's not ideal for JP getting in his way. But the guys should be setting pretty quick laps. Do you know, Ringrose, what sort of laps these guys would be setting around here?
Not off the top of my head, but I'm pretty sure it's like a 30. Oh, I'm not too sure, but I know it's low 30s there for sure.
Okay.
Maybe a 33, 34.
Okay, cool.
Not quite clued up on that, but
yeah. So we've got still. I do apologise if we're still trying to figure out the new spectator cam. So if we do make a few mistakes, we do apologise. But last week's winner, oh my gosh, Joe, he's back again. Do you think he's going to get another win today, Ringrose, or are we going to see someone else taking it?
I mean, you've got to put Joe in the mix, but you can't count the other drivers out. There's definitely right near the top, and I reckon Joe's going to be up there.
Yep.
But whether he's definitely going to win it, I can't say that. You're going to have to look at the pace of the other drivers once they've all set the laps, and obviously throughout the race.
Yeah, exactly. I think, well, we had, oh my god, Joe won in Australia, then we had Jason and Gorsh in third. Of course, Gorsh had a penalty, which caused him to drop down to third, as V6 Racing has gone fast with a 1:33.7. I do like the way this new setup is fantastic compared to what the broken system had in 1.7 patch. It's great. And oh, there we go. Jason does a 1:32.6 in the Haas. Who else we got going around? Got Hamilton's down in 6th place with a 1:32.9. Yeah, these guys are starting to set some laps now. So we should. Oh, who's that? Langman's coming. Oh, a big. I think he must have gone off with a 140 flat, so it's not ideal. As he goes off, it's at turn number 1. Oh, dearie me. Always contact.
Oh.
Who is that in the Force India? Not sure who that is. See if we can find him on track. Who is that Force India?
That is King Liam.
King Liam.
So.
Oh dear. I don't know whether there's going to be.
Set his lap.
Yeah. Will there be any consequences for that?
I'll record it.
Okay.
We'll put it under investigation. We won't find out anything till after the race. But the two pace setters so far seem to be Jason and Feisty Ted, with the only two drivers to get into the 32 so far.
Yeah. Jason got second last time out in Australia, and Feisty Ted had fifth, I believe. So these guys are very quick, and China's well, I personally find China far better than Australia as a track, far more flowing and quicker, and using the DRS zones in this, overtaking into. I think that is coming in on lap 3 of his quali.
All-rounders had, as everyone's sort of coming in from their laps, all-rounders gone out.
Okay.
So he's obviously looking for a clear track, not looking for any traffic. So whether it'll pay off, I don't know. But he's definitely got the pace. You saw him at the esports. So again, wouldn't count him out. But STS F1 Bottas, going into P4, that's a very good lap from him. Wouldn't expect him to be that high up, but you know, again, you look at that lap time, you can't count him out just yet.
Yeah, you guys are very quick on track at the moment, and of course, All-Rounder was at the esports event on this week, so he should be pretty quick round here, just on his out lap at the moment. Is anyone else on any laps? You got Josie, or Josu, I do apologise if I said that wrong. Is that his first lap? I believe it is.
I think he's on his out lap.
Okay.
Is he on his out? Yeah, he's on his out lap.
Yeah, so he's going to come across the line to start his flying lap, I believe. Is he going to set a time? No, it's the start of his lap. We're still on board with him going round turn number 1. Nice and tight to the inside. Tricky turn 1 round China. You've got to downshift but not go too wide, otherwise you're going to get off the racing line and lose some grip and go on to the grass and the gravel trap on the side. So he comes around turn 1 and 2 nicely. I don't know if they show sector splits in this new update. Don't think they do, unless I'm wrong. Ring rows, I don't think they do, unfortunately.
Ted's just had one, but I think it's to his own personal best. So okay. Obviously Joe's hasn't set a lap yet. As just noticed, Feisty Ted has gone fastest on provisional pole with a 32.4.
Wow, quick time.
1.5 tenths ahead of Jason.
Cool. Right, so lovely lap from him. We've also got. Oh, actually, all runners come back into the pits. Ring rows. I may have not sure what has happened there. So what Ring is a Red Bull, isn't he? He's in the pit, yeah. So I don't know whether he bottled it or maybe potentially front wing damage. But he's only got 3 minutes 28 left in this qualifying session. Yes, he has got long to get out again. So we'll have to wait and see.
You've got 4 drivers not to set a lap so far. Joe's currently on one. Cyril Hamilton, by the looks of it, has an invalidated lap time as he's got a gap. Maranzano is currently just come around the final, around the hairpin to start his lap, and All-Rounder is still in the pits. So as Josie goes P11 with a 134.2.175 head, currently good enough for P11, which is the first position on the grid to get free choice of tyres. So yeah, maybe a different strategy from him. Yeah.
As we're coming towards the end of qualifying, of course, we haven't got the formation lap on Ring Rows. Do you want to do some predictions for the race? Who would you say your sort of top 3 would be for today's race?
Sort of, if you look at the sort of drivers, you're looking at Ted, you're looking at Jason, Joe, Langman, Hamilton, all-rounder, and probably maybe Bottas looking at that time.
Yeah.
But Ted definitely seems to have the pace. So, but I'm going to say all-rounder for the win. He's got the confidence of the esports along with Feisty Ted.
Yep.
So I reckon we could see a race-long battle between the Toro Rosso and the Red Bull. And I'm going to put he's definitely still on the pace. You know, he's not off the pace by all means.
Yeah.
But again, with all-rounder, you don't know because he hasn't set a lap time yet. And if he does invalidate that lap time, he's going to be starting P16. And that's not going to be ideal.
No.
But, you know, maybe a different strategy from him.
Yeah, potentially. He's got a lot of cars in front of him as well on his outlap, so I don't know. Everybody
Maranzano's
seems to
gone
be.
P3.
Oh wow!
P3 there.
So 4 tenths.
So I wasn't expecting that.
No, definitely
So
not.
maybe we could put him in the mix as well. I wouldn't count him out now.
Yeah. It's all going to be sort of whoever goes over the line last is going to get the sort of the best grip on track, as we've got all-rounder starting his
retired.
Okay, I think he's just more relaxing because he's got pole, but got to keep an eye on. Jason now goes. Oh no, Jason was already second. I do apologise. Who else in the lap? It doesn't.
Jason can't improve.
Okay, it doesn't tell me
all-rounder
who
is on a lap
now. Yeah,
all-rounder is on a lap.
Okay.
Runs wide. So.
We've got yellow flags in sector 3. Who's gone off in sector 3? Can't seem to see that. Doesn't. Oh,
Josu.
who is that? Yeah, Josie's gone off
Josu.
there. Okay, he's retired from the session, it looks like. Let's get back on board with all round as he comes round the snail section. Oh, he's sideways there. That is not ideal.
So far, this does not look like the cleanest laps from all-rounder. Could definitely be a lot better. Seems to be sliding all over the place. But we'll see what happens when he crosses the line.
The other Red Bull, who is that? Do you know who all-rounder's teammate is? He goes very
V6.
wide. V6 is also on a lap, it looks like.
So what's all-rounder going to come around and do? Come around to the final corner. P8, not what he was looking for.
And V6 goes P5.
P9.
Oh dear.
So as SRL Hamilton takes pole position with a 32.3 in the Sauber.
Fantastic lap from
Langman slots it up into P3 as Jason. No, is that Jason? Yeah, Jason's improved to go just half a tenth behind SRL Hamilton.
Yeah, these guys coming right at the end, aren't they?
So that's really left all-rounder in a bad position. His project now goes faster than all-rounder, and so does, who was that? Someone else has just gone faster than him. That leaves all-rounder down in P13.
Wow.
He's had an absolute shocker. But the thing is, he's only 1 thousandths ahead of SRL Hamilton. What a lap right there at the end of the session.
That was a big one. That was a big lap.
It was a very exciting session at the end.
Yeah, it was. So do you want to take the qualifying grid, Ringrose?
Yep. So we have OMG, Itch Joe and the Mercedes lining up on pole position alongside SRL Hamilton. On the second row of the grid, we had the Haas of Jason 97F1 and Langman. No, and Feisty Ted, sorry. We have Langman in P5, STS F1 Bottas P6, Maranzano V6, Ghost Crab, Melanie lines up in the top 10, and we have JP, Project, All-Rounder, Pred, and Josu, and I didn't quite catch that last name, outside the top 10. We'll all get fresh tyres for the race. So, and it's raining.
Oh, this should be spicy.
That idiots to me. That doesn't be enough for rain. But
yeah,
that's caused an absolute problem for all-rounder. Maybe expecting to go on a different strategy.
Yeah, it's
that's not a possibility now.
Yeah,
really.
But it has allowed, of course, with rain, it comes into play as more mistakes. So this will allow the guys further back to potentially come into play during the race. Like you said, it does look like weather to me. So it's going to be a lot of spray coming down that back straight. So it's going to be difficult for the drivers to see where they're going. So we'll have to wait and see how that pans out, Ringrose. But yeah, it should be a very interesting start here in China.
Definitely. We don't know how they perform in the rain. So obviously a wet track combo that we haven't seen, obviously in qualifying, as we're going to go straight onto the grid. 3, 4, 5 red lights. Lights out and away we go. A little as Fred, who has not moved. There's a Red Bull that's been sideways. V6 as Jason seems to be all round has moved up a couple of positions. No real big changes on the start. by the looks of things.
Hamilton's up to second. Jason's dropped down a place. But it's fantastic, all the graphics now we can see. But going down to turn 3 and 4 into sector
Pred was
3.
disqualified.
Oh,
I don't think
dear.
he moved off the grid. So as Jason tries to hold it down the inside of Cyril Hamilton, is he going to make it stick? Let's go on board with them two. He goes side by side. Lovely stuff on lap 1.
Oh, squeeze there.
Slight contact, maybe contact. Didn't quite catch that as Cyril Hamilton's still there on the inside.
Wow, how are they doing this?
And he makes it
Jeez.
stick. No, still a leacher.
Oh, and Ted's
Feisty
second
Ted.
place. Yeah.
Feisty Ted's wants a bit of the action. King Liam is out of the race. So I don't exactly know what happened there. He is, well, he's lost his left front wheel going into the snail section. So I don't know what's happened there.
Okay.
But obviously no safety car. So
No.
continues as normal.
Going into the hairpin, you've got Langman is now up to 4th place. Ted's dropped down to 5th. But these guys battling for 3rd, 4th, and 5th are very close on lap number 1. As there's I think there's a front wing going, a piece of front wing diving, being thrown around the final bend. But I'm not sure whose damaged piece is that is. But they're around turn 1, and Langman is getting pressured by Feisty Ted. Oh, there's round turn 1. Ted tried to go down his inside on turn 1. That didn't pull it off. But who else we've got? We've got Bottas in 6th, Maranzano in 7th. All rounder is up to 8th now, so he's gained 5 places off the start. Ringrose, Gorsh in 9th, and V6 Racing rounds off the top 10.
Yeah, all rounder definitely seems to be going for it. He's seems to have gone with a nothing to lose mentality. Had a very good race last week, but he had penalties that pushed him down, so he missed out on a podium place. But he's up into P8, a couple of seconds back of the Toro Rosso Maranzano. But we should hopefully see a battle by looking at its pace so far.
Yeah, the battle to be on board with is V6, Gorsh, and JP. We've got Gorsh trying to go around the outside of V6 there. Doesn't got the peak of them. The McLaren as all round both Red Bulls drifting around the snail section in sector 3. That was something from the Tokyo Drift film. It looks like, but not the best line in an F1 car. But going down the straight, Gorsh is holding off JP and Project 994 as a V6 has gone very deep into the hairpin and he's dropped all the way down to 11th place now, Ringrose, on lap number 3. A nightmare for him, outbroke himself and he's down to 11th, and Project 994 is all over his backside. Oh, and no, it's contact of a Ferrari, he's in the wall.
Ferrari. Who's
that? Dear me.
That is the Ferrari of Project. He's not out of the race, he's lost his wing. I don't know if he's going to retire.
Oh dear. Contact.
But I'll record that.
Oh, he's left.
He's left the session, so.
Oh dear. Oh dear me. Yeah, contact with, who was that? I believe McLaren.
Either JP or V6, and
yeah.
JP's now 2nd and a half of a V6, so.
Yeah.
I think it was V6. That's a bit of Red Bull front wing flying off the front of V6's car. As he makes contact with Gersh Crab, V6 has now left the session.
Oh dear.
Wow. So.
Oh dear me. The
battle
to get on
12 drivers
board with Ringrose. Yeah, down to 12. 12. No, 4. Oh no, these guys haven't left yet. It's still got on my screen. Yeah. But the battle to be on board with Ringrose is, oh my god, it's Jason. Jason is 2/10 off Joe going down the back straight. Of course, no DRS with the wet weather. But it doesn't look like it's going to dry up anytime soon, so we're going to see these wet conditions last for a while. So Jason's going to have to do it the old-fashioned way with the slipstream, just sort of staying behind him as we go through the penultimate bend around the to finish off lap number 3. Joe in the Mercedes, of course, won last time out with Jason in second. So it's going to be a close one between these two, Ringrose. And you've got the battle behind between Langman, Rosberg, and Langman, Hamilton, and Ted battling for P number 3.
Yeah, at the moment it definitely seems like Joe and Jason seems to be the fastest two on track. And then there's sort of a split back to the Langman, Hamilton and Ted at the moment fighting for 3rd place. So if it carries on as it is, it's just going to be for the win. It's going to be the case of is it going to be Joe or is it going to be Jason? If Jason tries to slip it down the inside but can't make it work. The problem that Jason's going to be having, sorry to
go for it.
Is he's going to be in the dirty air of Joe, whereas Joe's going to be, he's got clear air in front of him and be getting a right face.
Yeah, no, he is, and we don't know how these guys have set up their cars either. So Jason's coming down into sector 3 now. He's still all over the back of Joe. He's going to try and make a move, I think, down the straight. Maybe these guys are actually, maybe they're just planning together. They're trying to just lead these guys, not overtaking, keep it clean, and try and get a break to Langman and the pack fighting for 3rd. So we don't know how these guys are actually. They could be. It doesn't look like Joe is defending, and Jason's trying to overtake him. So maybe my idea is out the window, but doesn't get it this lap. But you've got Langman, Hamilton, and Ted all fighting away for 3rd place. Is Ted? No, they're all staying in line at the moment. Also, you've got a battle between Bottas, Maranzano, Allrounder, and Gorsh. So it looks like it's going to be a six-man fight for P3 if Langman holds up everybody at the moment. And he goes very wide on the final bend. You turn outside onto lap number 5. Can he do it round turn 1? It's going to be an amazing move if he can. He's going to go trying around the outside. Oh, he's going wide.
Right. No, he's not going to make it stick. But at the moment, Langman definitely holding the pack up, slowly losing time to Jason and Joe. Not what he would have wanted, as JP I've just seen has got past Ghost Crab for P9. So and Melanie's just 4 tenths behind Ghost now. So at this rate, Ghost, last week's race winner, could be outside the points.
Yeah, it looks like, and he's got to be careful of Melanie behind him. He's in the Williams. He's right on their tail. So these guys are battling for P9 at the moment. We'll have to wait and see how the pit strategy comes into play later on in the race. But we've still got the bat of Dano, Allrounder, and JP. They're still closing in on the Langman pack, as Melanie has now got ahead of Gorsh, going around the double left-hander.
Yeah, I've just seen that.
Ooh, that was close. It looked like Gorsh tried to dive down the inside, as Melanie's getting very sideways around the snail section. There's a bit of contact between side pods between the two drivers, and Melanie has now lost the place, and Gorsh has taken P10 back. Ringrose.
Yep. Langman seems to be holding the pace now, not really losing time, as Jason and Joe were battling hard for the sector 3 of lap 5. Langman now seems to be sort of gaining a tenth sort of every lap. That's not going to be enough to catch them. There's yellows in sector 3. Why is that? That's Josu off the circuit at the hairpin. So he's had a little now 10 second.
Yeah.
I think Melanie and Ghosh is the one to keep an eye on. As Melanie slots it back down the inside, as I say that, sorry to cut you off again there.
Ooh.
As they make contact, as Ghosh has spun Melanie round.
Oh dear.
Ghosh is going to let him back through. Knows he's at fault there, so won't be any penalties given.
Yeah.
But they've lost a heap of time.
Yeah, they're now they're 7 seconds behind JP, who is a further 10 seconds behind Allrounder. So the top two have got a 6-second gap, as Ted has managed to get past Hamilton. now, actually, Langman is catching the... Oh, no, he's not. It's difficult to know. The telemetry keeps on changing. But Jason is still all over
right on the back
of, yeah, go
of
for
Joe.
it.
Is he going to make a move in the slipstream? Joe's gone defensive and he pulls back over to the racing move. Jason seems to be faster at this stage. He's going to want to get past, but Joe's making it difficult for him to join us. Say Aru joins. Don't know why, but you know.
But Langman is catching the top runners sort of 10th by 10th. He's managed to get a gap of 1.7 over Feisty, Ted and Hamilton. As Hamilton is all over the back of Ted, he's going to make a move going into turn 1. Doesn't look like, do either of them go wide around turn 1? Camera needs to change a little. There we go. But Ted has got the inside line coming round turn 1. Is he going to hang it around the outside around turn 2? Better contact between both the drivers. And Ted keeps
SCSF on
fourth place.
Bottas is round. Don't know what happened there. Maybe he just spun it. But that puts Allrounder in 7th and Maranzano up into P6. Maranzano now catching on the SRL Hamilton Feisty Ted battle. Interesting to see rounder.
Yeah. These guys are all still pretty close on lap number 7 there, Ringrose. You've got a yellow flag in sector 2. I can't seem to see who that is for. But Ringrose, V6 Racing and Project 994 have done their stops already. I believe that may be due to damaged front wings, though. So those guys are, V6 Racing is a minute behind now, so he might struggle.
They've both left.
Oh, they're both left, have they?
Yeah,
I see.
Right,
Okay.
they're both ghosts.
That
That explains why they're so slow.
Yeah, that explains it. Okay. So we're down to
So
12
Josu is
runners.
actually the guy in the arse driver of the pack. So.
Is it me or has the rain stopped? It looks like it has.
No, it's not just you. The rain has stopped.
Okay, interesting. So the track still is very wet, Ringrose. So what are we saying? 2-3 laps before pit stops?
Anything at this stage. We look at the esports race for the Xbox in Japan, and it took a good 7-8 laps to dry out.
Yeah.
If you look at other races, it could only take a couple of laps. So it's just sort of how it goes. We've got 12 drivers on track, so it should clear pretty quickly. But
yeah.
Well, time will tell, I guess.
Yeah. It's going to be between the... Well, I guess with these guys being so close together at the moment. Oh, and...
Joe goes deep.
Yeah. Can he pull it off?
That lets Jake...
He's gone for it. He's done it.
They're going to go side by side. They're going to go side by side. Joe keeps it as yellow's in sector 3. We'll have a look at that in a second. It's just Josu's spinning again. Not the best of races for him, but... Jose locked up going into turn 4, I think that was.
Yep.
And just left the door open for Jason, but Jason couldn't really make it stick. But Jason seems to be as close up to Joe as he has been so far this race.
Yeah. I think it's going to be... I think Jason may stay behind Joe until the pit stops. And then it's whoever risks going on to the dry tyres first, I think. Unless they both pit on the same lap. But Jason's all over the back.
Enabled.
No.
So.
Yeah, I think they might wait until they see that on screen and then go for it. As Joe's gone very defensive into the hairpin. Jason tries to go around the outside. Does he manage to do it? And...
Nope.
No. It says Jason... Oh, I think Jason's winning the lead for a millisecond then. Either of them coming to the pits this lap. Nope, neither of them risk it.
They are so close.
They are incredible how close these drivers are racing. It's great to see. But Jason is still behind him here on lap number 9. The battle to get on board with, though, is it looked... Oh, no, I do apologise. It was just the lapped car of V6. That it looked like he was still in the race. But, yeah. Anything happening on your screen, Ringrose?
Apart from everyone seems to sort of spread out a bit now. Hamilton is a second back from Ted. Maranzano is a second back from him. Allrounder must have had an outing somewhere. He's now 7 seconds behind Maranzano. So maybe that would have explained what maybe the yellow flags in sector 2 were while we were looking at the battle.
Yeah, maybe.
Not too sure.
Yeah, I think if I was one of the guys further back or in the pack, maybe just pit a little bit earlier to see if they can get the undercut on the new on the dry
As
tyres.
Bottas locks up,
Yeah, he's off
wide, lost a couple of seconds. I thought he was about to get passed by Ferrari, but that's the disconnected car.
there. Yeah.
I think Jason and Joe's the only sort of real battle, but Jason seems to be smart enough. He's 5/10 back. I don't know, mate. You know, he's just sort of holding back, or whether it's just general pace at this stage.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look close enough to make a move.
Yeah, it could be potentially on their setups and how they set up their cars. They could be setting up for the dry and waiting for the dry weather, but we'll have to wait and see. Jason, very close to Joe's gearbox there as they go around the penultimate bend. Do either of them come into the pits? No, it doesn't. Nope. The wrong way. No, neither have gone into the pits. Is Langman coming in the pits? No, he looks like he's going to go around again. I think everyone's going to stay up for 1 or 2 more laps.
Nope, Sierra Hamilton is into the pits.
Oh, here we go. Into the pits.
Now the question is, what are they going to go on? That is the question. Do they go to the end? Or do they hold it and maybe go for a 2-stopper? Go on a grippier set of tyres for this damp track.
So
nope, ignore what I just said. He's going on to a set of the medium tyres.
So he will go to the end then, it looks like. Oh, and All-Rounder's done the same as well. Yeah. Someone else in the...
And JP. 5 guys have all come in. JP on the mediums.
Melanie as well has come in. Yeah, there you go. Melanie's in.
Yeah.
So are they all on the they're all on the mediums, Ringrose. So these guys will be going to the end. 18 laps to go.
Yep. I think there's a battle between Joe and Jason. Jason's in the lead
outside.
now.
Yeah, he's taking the lead, but Joe is on the inside. He's going to cut back here, but Jason goes a bit wide going into sector 3. Joe's all over his backside going round the snail section. Will Joe get the slipstream? Has DRS been enabled yet, Ringrose? I can't see it on my screen because of the broadcasting bit, so I'm unsure.
Had anything. We'll have a look, see if something comes up on Joe's car.
Doesn't look like.
Seen it. Seems to be adjusting things on the steering wheel. Yeah, Josh is on the softs, so he's the only guy from right in the bottom
that just popped
my
up
screen
on mine now. Yeah, both in the pits.
As they're both in the pits.
Yeah, and I'm sure the other intermediate drivers will also be coming on to the dry tyres.
Langman's in, Ted's in, right?
So battle of pit stops
I'll go on
now.
board with Joe because he's behind. Why not?
Okay.
Mediums it is.
Yeah, mediums for Jason
He's
as well.
inside Langman. So
Joe's done it. Joe has done it into the lead.
Yep. Jason on the mediums. He's got a bit of a gap as well.
Yeah,
Got
2
a couple
seconds.
of second gap there.
Yeah.
Langman's also on the mediums. Ted mediums. Maranzano mediums. Everyone seems to have gone on the mediums. Just had a look. V6 is on the super softs, but he's a disconnected car. So
yeah. The only person that isn't on the mediums is, of course, the ghost cars. What is Gorsh doing?
Gorsh. Oh, they're not ready for him. New front wing, they're not ready for him. Repeat of Red Bull Monaco.
Yeah, it looks like
2016.
Yeah, so Gorsh, will Josu get him? No, Josu's only coming around the final bend now. So Gorsh will stay in 11th.
That's he's having a horrible race, Gorsh, isn't he?
Yeah, did well, P3 in Australia. So a bit of a nightmare for him today. So hopefully he come back stronger in Bahrain next week. But let's get back on board with the leaders.
Yep, so Jason seemed to have closed up 7 tenths from his gap before. Let's have a look at the gaps. Everyone's sort of spread out on that sort of a 2-3 second gap between everyone. Bottas and All-Rounder, there's a 7 second.
Yeah, these. Jason has closed a second. We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Who is that for? That is Josu has gone wide round. What turn is that. Oh, he's gone wide again. He's in a bit of a nightmare here. Oh, it's drifting there. It's not what you want to be doing in an F1 car. But Hamilton does a new fastest lap of 1:45.6. So these guys should be toppling the times as we go on this race as the track gets drier and drier, and then more grip gets put down. Oh, yeah, there we go. 45.2. Where is he? 7th place. So he would hope to get up the grid now.
I'm going to have a look at the fastest lap, the spectator view. So,
okay. Can you check if there's any penalties, Ringrose, on the screen? Didn't look, unless there's contact penalties. Didn't see anyone cutting many corners from the broadcast so far.
That's very strange. Josh stop go for exceeds. So,
okay. Interesting.
That's interesting.
Okay.
But other than that, everyone seems to be clean so far. There's one warning for one driver. I'm not going to say who it is. The only other ones is collisions. But,
okay. Jason will now have DRS going down the back straight, 8/10 behind Joe. It looks a bit too far this lap to get the overtake done.
Oh,
but
yeah, but he's got a DRS. So
yeah, so he's gained a bit there. Langman seems to be catching these guys, and Ted is also catching these front runners. So potentially we get a battle, a 4-man battle for the race win, Ringrose.
Yep. Yeah, definitely. Joe and Jason just traded fastest laps there, near identical times. As Feisty Ted goes 4/10 faster. Yeah, you're just going to see 9 seconds off the pole time. Yes, we're on a damp track. Yes, we're on mediums and heavy fuel. So that's at least going to set them back 6 seconds with the heavy fuel, the conditions and whatnot. I was about to say Josu maybe could go fastest because he's going to have to pit again. But looking so far, I don't think he has the pace unless he can set a blistering lap.
Yeah, it looks like. Those guys who are watching the stream, let us know in the comments who do you think is going to win. Will it be Joe, Jason, Langman or Ted? Or maybe someone else who is near the front. But have we got any battles? Everybody seems to be a bit spaced out at the moment, Ringrose. I guess
yeah,
gone on to the medium tyres around China aren't fantastic from my league experience, which is not fantastic in the first place, being down in AOR F5, so I'm not the best person to talk about league racing. So journey and season 1, so that's my only sort of good points from China. But Jason has closed that gap. It looks like he's gained another 10th on Joe coming down the back straight as they finish off lap number 13. So that is 14 laps to go round China. There we go.
Yep.
Wow.
Joe and Jason swapping again.
Yep.
They've just gained 2 seconds on the fastest lap. It's just about gaining confidence. Obviously, no assists. You know, they're not going to have a clue what the conditions are like. Yeah. Just sort of getting a feel for them, especially with the mediums. They're not the grippiest tyre in the world. Yeah. So you're just going to have to get a feel for it. Because all-rounder is out.
Where is he retired?
He hasn't crashed. He's just sort of retired.
JP.
Yep.
Oh,
he is
there
out of the
he
race.
Is. He's that's turn 1.
It doesn't seem to be because he was sort of going around in AI mode. So that's not a crash. That's definitely player determined. As Ted's closed up to the back of Langman. Langman's got a very bad exit there.
Langman's lost 2 seconds to the lead.
2 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah. Langman doesn't seem to be very quick this stage.
Yeah, it's difficult to know who to stay on board with Joe and Jason battling away, and then you've got Langman and Ted battling away for podium spots. So it's, now Jason stays behind.
I think
there.
Ted's close enough.
No, not yet. But with these guys battling for P3, it's going to allow Hamilton to come into play if these guys continue to battle hard. So that will should and then who have we got?
Joe Jason again swapping fastest laps.
Oh, these guys are so quick. It's incredible to see. with both.
They're matches, which is
Yeah.
I mean, Joe was 4 tenths slower that lap, but the laps they've been doing compared to everyone else, you know, I mean, to be fair, Cyril Hammond's done a 38 dead as well, so I mean, he's definitely pushing.
Oh yeah.
To gain onto the back of Ted, because in his eyes, he could still get a podium. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
definitely.
not out of the question.
Yeah, 13 laps to
he's
go.
got to gain 2.5 seconds and get past 2 cars, and that's possible in 13 laps.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Just got to make it happen.
Yeah, he's got to be consistent and not go wide or cut any corners. As Gorsh has set a new fastest lap, 1:37.9. So it is a very quick lap. He's down in 10th, so he's in the points, and he's got 27 seconds to Josu. So he should be okay. Mistake as Jason comes down the back straight. He's in the slipstream, very close to Joe this time. Joe goes back on the racing line. Yeah, just they're very close on the brake, and a bit of contact there. Where's Jason got damage?
Nearly
to
pushing him around there.
Yeah, he's got damage. No, we can't tell from this angle. Can only go on
I think
TV.
I've got the same angle as you.
Yeah, TV pod or broadcast. I can't see the
Seems
damage.
to be fine.
It's another quick lap from Jason
fine.
as well. A 1:36. So
Yeah.
his time's tumbling
Wow.
Ringrose at the moment.
Yeah. He's about a 10.5 faster than Joe that lap. But the thing is, they've just gone 1.3 seconds faster than their previous best lap time
Wow.
in the space of a lap.
Jeez, that's good.
And that's been every lap since they've gone on the dry tyres, pretty much.
Wow.
And they've stayed with each other since lap 1. So
Yeah.
that if we can have a season like this, and if you can get like the likes of Langman, and I mean, Allrounder didn't have the best of races today, but if you can get them involved, we're going to have a championship battle on our hands.
Oh, definitely.
We could have like a 2010 here where we could have 4, 5, even 6 drivers battling for the championship.
Yeah.
Again, you look at Gulch. Gulch won the race last week. He's got 25 points on the board, but he's now down in P10.
Yeah.
So that's the sort of variations in pace.
Oh, Jason! Sorry, Ringo.
Jason!
Oh, what a move! What a move! A bit of contact between both the drivers, but Jason has taken first place off Joe with an incredible move round the hairpin. But I'm sure Joe will be all over the back of him for the next few laps.
He's going to want to get him back.
Yeah.
If he feels if Jason's going to be that aggressive, he's going to need to be Jay aggressive there. That was within the rules, 100%. He left him space and we had a slight contact, but
that's racing.
Joe's
right
on the back of him.
Yeah.
That's gonna really rile up Joe. Joe's really gonna get him back for that. But see, this is the problem. We don't want Joe to make a stupid lunge up into a hairpin or something.
Yeah, you don't want to
and sort of ruin the race.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
You don't want to let any of that happen. Update on the battle for third. Hamilton has gained about a second on Langman and Ted with those guys battling away. Well, Ted's very close to Langman's gearbox there, so I think he's going to have to wait until he gets onto the DRS and try and make a move. Langman goes very wide on a double left-hander there. How do you keep that in a straight line? I'm very impressed there. But Joe is 5 tenths off the back of Jason. Oh, but he's still in DR down the back straight. Looks a bit far away to me, Ringrose, to make a move coming down the straight.
Yeah, 6 tenths isn't really viable unless he makes a big mistake, Jason. I don't know if it's just me, but I think Joe and Langman seem to be running both very low downforce setups. Joe seems to be... You look at Joe for the past God knows how many laps where Jason's been stuck behind him. And he seemed to be very hard to pass, even with Jason having DRS. But
Yeah, no, I agree with that. How are we looking for P3? No, Langman's still got it. Hamilton's getting another 3/10 on these guys. If you go further back, Maranzano 6th, going on turn 1. Bottas 11 seconds behind him. JP in 8th. Melanie is 9th. Gorsh 10th, and Josh 11th as he goes for a drift round.
Yellow
turn.
flag somewhere.
Yeah, that was Josu going sideways around the double left.
Oh right, okay.
Yeah, just wrecking his tyres there. He's the only one on the soft tyres on track. So yeah, with 10 laps to go, it should get very interesting. It's interesting now, Ringrose, but it should see some more overtaking as the race goes on.
Yeah, definitely. Jason's going to have a bit of traffic from his teammate of Jocelyn a second. Hopefully he shouldn't provide much of an issue on this battle. But we've got a lot of sort of gaps that people can close, but they're not really closing at the moment. I think the only real battles we're going to have, looking at the current pace, are Jason and Joe, obviously.
Yep.
And the battle for P3 with Langman, Ted, and but Lang will be the one making the most mistakes out of those 3 drivers, but he also seems to be fastest in a straight line, which is going to make it difficult for the Toro Rosso and the Sauber to pass him.
Yeah, definitely. And Hamilton's coming into play now. He's now 6/10 behind Ted. The only other potential battle we may have is Bottas and JP. JP's catching Bottas lap by lap by a couple of tenths, so that will get a bit spicy as we get to the final couple of laps. He's still within a second. These guys are incredible how quickly they can drive with still being directly behind each other around China. So we'll have to wait and see if Joe goes tries to make the move.
Jason locks up there. Seems to be all good though. Joe's 6/10 behind him going on to the back straight.
And will Jason get DRS off the... Doesn't. No. Doesn't. Yeah, a bit too far away. Looks like a bit far away at the moment, but Hamilton now he's still a bit too far back.
He's out of DRS range now.
Oh, he is as well.
Ted's got DRS.
Yeah, those back markers make it a bit confusing. The ghost cars, but that's a new fast lap from Joe.
Joe says fastest lap.
Yeah, on lap number 20. So yeah, these times are tumbling, Ringrose, as the Ferrari of Project goes in to put a new set of tyres on, soft tyres. It looks like.
Yep, indeed. As Joe really on the back of Jason. So used to saying on the back of Langman, but he's on the back of Jason at the moment. They've got a lap car of Josu just ahead of the 2. Which isn't really going to be ideal, but hopefully Jason, he's probably can get DRS off his teammate.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah,
he decides to let him through before that. I don't think he's getting blue flags just yet.
No, I think he'll do it on the straight. It looks like to minimise Josu losing time. I'm sure he's hoping for someone else to crash, so then he can get a point for P10. Just on board with him now. See if he gets out of the way coming down the straight. Is Jason he's in the slipstream, so we'll have to wait and see if Jason gets the DRS. He doesn't. No,
doesn't seem to be. Doesn't get a lot on his steering wheel.
Yeah,
no, he doesn't.
It's a lock up from both drivers.
But he got the slipstream, so
yeah,
he can't be too annoyed with his teammate there.
Yeah,
did a very clean job of letting the 2 drivers through.
Yeah, that is nice to see. Slipstream still a bit funny in this game. At the moment, hopefully they fix that. But a new
fastest laps again.
36 flat. Wow, that's a quick time. From was that
Joe
with
that medium?
Yeah, that's fantastic how these guys are still going so quickly on very worn. Was it lap? What lap was it? It was lap 12.
Sort of lap round. Have a look. I came in at the end of lap 10.
10.
So.
Okay.
Langman sort of dropped back on the battle from the top 2. So there's another yellows in sector 2. Is that Joseph again? Yes.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
Yeah. He's gone for a bit of an outing. He's now beyond the battle between Langman, Ted, and Hamilton. But Ted's right on the back of Langman at the moment. Maybe Ted can snatch a podium.
Yeah, Ted 5th. Oh, driving on the outside. Yeah, 5th last time in Australia. Langman, I'm wearing.
Like an interview.
Fantastic.
I've seen this before.
Yeah. Helicopter finally come out when it's dry, it looks like. But very defensive Langman there. So Ted, get on board with Ted. Ted will have the DRS. Doesn't look like he's gaining at all.
Langman's running a very low downforce setup because Ted seems to be catching up in the corners, but as again Jason and Joe trading fastest laps, 35.8 by Joe. Ted doesn't seem to be as fast on the straights, even with DRS and the slipstream. So a varying of setups by the looks of things between the Renault and the Toro Rosso drivers.
Yeah, it does. With 6 laps to go now, Ringrose. It's not long. Ted hasn't got long to overtake Langman. I think you might have to do it in the tight, twisty bits in sector 1 and 2. It looks like Langman is drifting. I don't know whether that's a bit of lag on my screen or he's literally drifting around the circuit. But Ted's going to have us to try and get that podium, and Hamilton is coming into play as well. So he's got to be careful he doesn't make any mistakes, otherwise he's going to lose 4th place as well.
Yeah, he doesn't want to go for a too risky move because then he'll lose another 2 points. I'll just have a look on the penalty side of things, see if there's any issues. Joseph's got a penalty. SRL Hamilton has got a stop-go penalty or corner cutting. That seems to be the new thing.
Okay.
And he also has a 3-second penalty, so that's 8 seconds worth of penalty as they make contact. Hamilton being very forceful there, pushing Ted off the track, going through the snail section, going onto the back straight. So very aggressive there from Hamilton. Ted won't be too happy with that as Joe's in DRS range of Jason. As the track seems to be completed already, it's definitely fully dry.
Yeah,
now.
The sun's come out for us. Is it me or those watching on the stream? Jason's tyres seem to be going from mediums to intermediates, going round.
Langman's off. Langman is off the circuit, so that has brought Ted right back into it. Sorry to cut you off there, but Langman won. Langman is struggling massively at the moment. I mean, Hamilton's going to have to they make contact. Are they going to go 3 wide? And
oh,
no,
wow. Almost.
It looked like they were going to go 3 wide. But was that front wing? Was that front wing off that Toro Rosso? I saw some carbon fibre fly across the circuit.
Yeah,
I didn't quite catch what it was.
Yeah, it's the right.
Yeah, Ted's struggling.
Yeah, the right
end plate. Yeah, I see that.
Oh, there's contact there. Yeah. And
Hamilton was so aggressive to Ted last lap. He's going to be just as aggressive.
Yeah, it doesn't surprise me there. Yeah.
He's not having any of it.
Yeah. But I guess, but the thing is, Ted won't know if that Hamilton's got a penalty as they go side by side into the hairpin. Ted's going to be
the only way he would have. Only way he would know if Jeff's told him.
Which he usually does, doesn't he?
Yeah, but the way he's battling, he wouldn't be battling this hard, I don't think.
Yeah, and
obviously he's going to have to defend because otherwise he's got a car between him and Langman.
A person to keep an eye on, Ringrose, is Maranazzo. I said that wrong, didn't I? He's catching these guys very quickly, so you've got to keep an eye on him as Ted is battling between each other. 24 will down the inside, and always a bit of contact. There's more front wing off Ted.
Is that off Ted?
That's it looked looks like another piece off Ted's front wing there.
Yeah,
so he's gonna
Ted's
really be struggling.
right front end plate is, yeah, he's completely gone.
Oh dear.
This is going to bring Maranzano right into the mix, because if Ted's going to be struggling this much, he's got a net P4, because obviously Cyril Hammond's penalties.
Yeah.
I mean, we got 5 laps. Joshua has come in for a set of the super soft tyres. I didn't quite catch that. I don't know if that was this lap or not. I don't know whether he's going to be able to set fast this lap. Looking at the pace of Jason and Joe, I don't think them two are going to be setting any more fastest laps.
Yeah.
But they were very quick what they were doing earlier in the race.
Yeah. Yeah, they're going to have to keep an eye on Maranzano coming over the this race. The top 2 are still battling away. 2 tenths between the top 2 guys. I think unless Joe makes a lunge down the inside, he's got 3 laps to do it. So we'll have to wait and see how that develops. But Langman has managed to get a 3-second gap over Hamilton now, but Ted is really struggling with that front wing damage, and it looks like his teammate will overtake him with the last 3, unless Ted somehow is some sort of a defensive masterpiece. He's going to lose P5 to Maranzano.
Yeah, I don't think it's worth battling that hard, as you can still see the front wing off of Ted's car at the side of the track. But, you know, if you look at the constructors wise, there's a 16-second gap behind to Bottas, 4 laps, and I don't think he's going to gain that much. So if I was Franz Tost, I'd ask, you know, is over, he's his teammate.
Yeah,
he's pulled over, let Maranzano through, hopefully to challenge Hamilton. Langman seems out of reach now. 5.7 seconds between Langman and Maranzano, obviously, because Hamilton has them penalties. So
yeah. 2 laps to go now, Ringrose. What are we saying, Jason or Joe to win? What's your prediction?
Jason, I think Jason just has it in the bag.
Okay.
Well, I say that as Joe's right on his gearbox, but he's defended very well for the past few laps. Hasn't let Joe back through at any point.
He goes for a move.
As I say, double lock up. Commentators curse nearly.
Yeah.
Shit, it's Joe. Maybe I might have sparked a bit of a battle here. Joe is a lot faster than Jason now. So maybe I'll go back on what I said and we'll find out at the end of lap 28.
Yeah. Well, according to my current... Are you seeing this? Because according to my screen, Jason, looking at his car, he's on intermediate tyres. But on the telemetry, he's on mediums. So, and we saw him go into mediums earlier. So I think there might be a bit of a glitch there.
On my screen, it's sort of switching between the intermediates and mediums.
Yeah.
So it's got to be some sort of visual error. It's not. There's no way he's doing this on intermediate tyres.
Imagine. Yeah. But
he must be an absolute master to keep Joe behind on the intermediates in this weather.
Yeah. But Maranzano is now just outside the DRS zone, unless Hamilton doesn't do his drive-through. And is it a 5-second penalty if you don't do
penalties?
Oh, okay.
So I mean, he doesn't have to stop again, so it will just go on at the end. And he's also got a 3-second time penalty anyway.
Oh, okay. So he's going to lose. He's going to be down to 6th place. It looks like Bottas is a bit too far behind.
Yeah.
So yeah,
that'll be a very good result for the Toro Rosso team. 22 points is. You look at sort of Jason is a one-man team. Joe's got Bottas down in 7th. So that'll be 24 points. So they're definitely going to be one of the better scoring teams this race.
Yeah.
I don't know. They don't seem as Josu.
Oh, out of nowhere.
Go back on what I said. Out of nowhere, 35.3. Fair play to him. I know he's on a set of the super soft tyres, but he's not had the best of races. He's struggled a bit, had a couple of offs, but fair. Guys just asking me beating drivers.
Yeah.
He might beat it himself.
We should give him an extra bonus point for fastest lap.
I'm sure he'd love that being P11.
Oh, excuse me. But Joe went very deep into the hairpin ring rows on lap 27, and he's lost another 2/10 as they go on to the final lap of the race.
Yeah. Yellow's in sector 2. Please don't say it. Josu. Oh. It's been very unfortunate for him. Gone from second fastest. You know, it's something to build on, I guess. He's learnt something from this race, for sure. I mean, the fact that he's been lapped by nearly everyone pretty much sums it up for him so far. But, you know, we're only 2 races in, anything can happen. I don't think he's going to be a championship contender, but I'm sure, you know, he can score points. You look, he can definitely score points, you know. I think we may need to focus on the battle for the lead now.
Yeah, go for it. Oh, Joe, very sideways. Yeah, go for it.
Joe's sideways. Well, it's going to be his last chance into the hairpin. He's going to get DRS. Sayari has managed to stay in this race, so obviously enjoying what he's seeing. I don't think he's close enough, to be perfectly honest with you.
Yeah.
No, I think Maranzano passing Cyril Hamilton on track is what we need to keep an eye on. See, the thing is now, Feisty Ted, he's 6 seconds back, and if he struggles, he's not even going to be ahead of Hamilton here.
Yeah.
Maranzano is, though.
Jason goes across the line to win round 2 of SRL Tier 1. Joe in second, but get back on board with Maranzano and Hamilton. Hamilton's in the DRS. Will he make a move? Like, will Maranzano go deep? No, both hit the apex perfectly. And Ted's not going to get over to... Wait, unless Maranzano bins it around the final bend.
I don't know what's just happened, but Maranzano's just gained 2.5 seconds on Langman. I don't know whether Langman sort of half spun it somewhere. But, I mean, it doesn't make a difference to the result, but... Ted crosses the line in P6. He should gain P5.
Should do, yeah.
Bottas had a very quiet race in P7, along with JP. JP had a very eventful race near the start, racing with Melanie and Gulch, an all-rounder. But, I mean, it was sort of 7th, 8th, 9th, 10th. Weren't really near each other, so they weren't able to cause a battle.
Yeah.
But to find a few guys across the line.
Good race. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Yeah.
Good race. Yeah, there was battles everywhere, really.
Yeah.
Sort of battles towards the end of the race.
Yeah, we had...
driver of the day? Who would you say?
I'm going to give it to... I give it... Oh, I don't know. I give it to Langman, actually. He did alright. And he struggled in the middle sector and still managed to get third. So I'm going to give it to Langman. Yourself?
I think it's out of 2 for me. Jason, obviously winner, had a very good race, battling Joe throughout. And Maranzano had a very quiet race to begin with, starting down in P7. But I think I'm going to have to give it to Jason. You look at the result, and one of the fastest laps, consistent, beat Joe.
Yeah,
pretty much for him, really.
Yeah, and Joe had 6
Are we going to get the drivers in?
Yeah. Just quickly go through. Jason winning it, Joe second, Langman third, Maranzano with a great result in 4th, Hamilton 5th, Feisty Ted 6th. Bottas 7th, JP 8th, Melanie in 9th, and Gorsh takes 10th. So let's get the drivers in. Can you invite them for me, Ring Risk? I don't think I've got all of them as friends on. If you can invite them to the party, that'd be fantastic.
From the lobby.
Yep,
just the top 3, yeah.
Yeah, let's get the top 3 in, and we can a few questions. But it was a good race. I really enjoyed myself. Some great battling throughout, which is great to see. And hopefully the guys watching the stream enjoyed it as well.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that race.
Yeah,
pretty much 28 laps battle between Joe
Joe,
Langman. No, not Joe. Joe and Jason. Jason to join the party. Get that underway. I don't know whether he will or not.
Yeah, hopefully he'll join now. But I guess while we wait, we'll speak to the third place man, Langman. How do you find that, Langman? Third place, good result for you?
Yeah, I'll take it. I'm actually really happy with that result because I was being really pressured by Cyril Hamilton and Feisty Ted through most of the race, and I think they had an incident or something. I saw them going really slow through the long right-hander, so that allowed me to pull away. But then I went off at turn 1, and they were all of a sudden back on me again. But then they had another incident, and then Moranzo came out of nowhere and took P4. So I don't know what happened back there, but it was quite a fun race.
And were you running really low wings as well? Because you seemed no one could get past you on the straight. We were just caught in the commentary box. Me and Ringrose was just thinking, how is anybody going to get past you? You seemed super quick down the straight.
Yeah, 4-4 wings actually works quite well around here.
Okay.
Right then, should we move on to our second place man, Joe? Joe, very good race for you, battling with Jason throughout the race. You happy with second place?
It's an okay result. Like, I prefer, I'd much rather have the win, but knowing that I was so close, kind of, is a bit demoralising. But I'll take it. P2. I'm still leading the championship. Is not bad.
Yeah, definitely. So, where did you come last race? Did you get a podium last week as well?
I won the last race.
Right, okay. Yep, sorry. So, you're on 43 points going into Bahrain. What's Bahrain like as a track for you? Obviously, you got AOR on Sunday night.
I haven't really done any practice around it, if I'm honest. It wasn't a good track last game for me, but
right,
we'll have to see.
So, we'll have to see this time next week. Joe, do you want to move on to Jason?
So, Jason, win around China in SRL. Great battle with Joe the whole time. Your thoughts on the race and your first win of the season?
Well, it was a pretty epic race. I think we were within a second almost every single lap, so I couldn't make any mistakes. But the slipstream seemed to be almost non-existent, so it was so hard to get even close on the back straight. It took me until about lap 20, I think, to get past him. But yeah, really happy to win that one, especially after a great battle as well. Yeah,
it was great to watch from a commentary point of view. And yeah, you guys were just trading fastest laps on this. You somehow did whether you or Joe, but you guys were doing stupidly quick laps on worn tyres. We were just in awe in the commentary box. How were the medium tyres? From me racing them, they're horrible to race on. But how do you guys find them?
They're very consistent. I think you can run probably like 17, 18 laps comfortably on them. In AWR, I actually went for the soft tyre and I did about 17 laps on that, so I could have actually gone to the softs, but I didn't want to risk having tyre wear at the end of the race. But yeah, we were trading lap time so consistently, and I think I was in the high 36s almost every lap.
Yeah, anything to add, Ringrose?
Not really any questions, but just like to say thank you for a fantastic race. I'm sure Cho will completely agree with me, especially the battle for the lead and then the battle for sort of P3, P4. One of the better races I've seen on the F1 games for sure.
Yeah. I think, is that rounded off for this broadcast tonight, Ringrose? I think it does.
I think so, yes, by the looks of things.
Okay,
you want to round it off?
Yeah.
Or would you like me to do it?
Go for it. You go for it. You go for it, man.
Right, okay then. Well, thank you for joining us for an absolutely cracking race around Shanghai. We will see you next week, whether it's me and Cho again, whether it's Cal, whether it's Taz. You'll find out next week, but same place, same time for SRL F1 around Bahrain. See you next week.
Oh.